We are back at it again this morning. All of the perimeter footings are finished up. In fact, I have that footing right there, that interior footing, had that boxed up this morning. So now I'm going to work on this interior footing right here. This one is not connected to the outside. This is just going to be an 8-foot box, easy peasy. And speaking of boxes, once this is placed, then I'm going to set all my column bases and set those. Those are going to be along these two lines right here. This line you see, and then that yellow line right there that heads all the way back. That's where those bases are going to sit. So let's work on this last interior footing and see if we can make some progress. See that snow over there? Yeah, 32 degrees last night. We were about 50 feet in elevation from getting snow right here. So we got to get busy. Let's load up these boxes. Put it there. Okay, it's super windy right now. In fact, the wind just blew over my nice tripod, my big one, and it broke. Oh goodness. So I'm gonna have to get a piece for that or something. So this first big box, let's do this one first. That footing terminates in this box. Okay, let's see what we can accomplish. Okay, here are the two rows of post bases that I'm working on right now. This is the standalone footing. This is the big box that's tied into that footing that I just made. And this one, well, this one I just made. So I'm gonna set these into place. I wrote a little cheat sheet here. Distance from this outside form, actually. So I measured all the way down to the far end of each form so I know where to set them. I also put the center point as well. So let's go down and get them close. I'm just getting ready to put the sleeve in place underneath this footing form. This is for the water line. I want to make sure I get something under here so that the plumber can run a 1-inch water line through it. So this should work good. This line has to be 4 feet below finished grade. So we're about 4.5-ish, maybe 4.3. We're plenty. Put my plumber hat on for a second. This is a sweep, not an elbow. An elbow doesn't have this big diagonal here. An elbow is just what you think it is, just more of a square. So I'm gonna put a sweep on here. Just might be easier for the guy to get his 1-inch pipe through here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this sweep on here. Or cement the sweep on, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in half. There's no reason to have this much sticking out of the ground. Yesterday I was setting those boxes for those front porch post bases and my phone died. And I spent all morning straightening these forms, making sure they're square, double checking my measurements and staking them down. I haven't staked all these boxes yet. I will put a stake or two in those as well. But I think we've reached a point where we can put rebar in. So let's start laying rebar down. Couple things I have to remember. I have to remember my corners. Anytime I turn a corner, I have to use those elbow bars that we made. And the minimum overlap has to be 2 feet. I think it's 2 feet. I'll double check on that. I'm 99% sure it's 2 feet. Okay, right here, 2 number 4 horizontal bar in all footings, 3-inch cover. We knew that. And yeah, right here, minimum 24-inch lap splice. I have my box of rebar chairs. I think I'll put these about every 4 feet. These will keep me off the ground 3 inches. I heard these are pretty unstable. That's the bad part about these. Yes, they're cheap as dirt, almost as cheap as dirt, but they're pretty unstable. So every, I don't know, 8 feet or so, I'll put a little crossbar, just a little number 3 3/8 rebar, just something to hold everything in place. I think I'll need that. So we'll find out in a short order. So on these corners, we'll just let the long pieces touch each other, and then we'll overlap that with our 24-inch elbow bar. it's going pretty well. I have everything finished up, but this corner right here and heading to that first corner where I started. So once I get this little leg behind me done, we're wrapped up with the perimeter. I have that one floating interior footing yet. And then of course all my boxes, I have to finish those up as well. So the weakest link in this process, or at least the slowest link in this process, is probably tying the little wire ties. For those of you that aren't up to tune on the construction tools and equipment nowadays, they make wire tying guns. Pretty incredible. I don't know what they cost now, but I can't afford one. So I'm gonna do this. Of course, how I cut rebar isn't exactly swift either. Had several people comment, get the grinder out, use that sort of a thing. Well, now that it's rained and the fire ban is lifted, I can do that. I'm not afraid to start a fire. So I do have my grinding wheel out, ready to go in case I need to cut large volumes of rebar, which I will once we get started on those verticals. For now, let's finish laying this rebar. Well, that worked well until it didn't. Let's put a new disc on there and see if that works. Oh, interesting. This one says do not use after 2028. What the heck? Why is that? Anybody know why I couldn't use this cutoff wheel after 2028? There's some sort of law about what's in here or something? I don't know. I've never heard about that. That's interesting. Okay, let's try that. remember a couple episodes ago when I was putting rebar in these boxes? This one takes 4 pieces each way. You can get that sun out of your eyes there. There we go. Okay, we're back at it again today. What I'd like to do is finish up all of those post bases, get the cages in the bottom of those, get that rebar situated. You know, rumor has it that rebar is the new sanding. I understand you really enjoy watching me work with rebar. Let's go grab the cages that we already made and get those over there. Well, I had a little brain cloud there. Did you notice that? I set those cages in these boxes right here. They didn't go in those boxes. I was thinking to myself, wait a second, that doesn't look like the 3-inch clearance on all sides that you need. And it wasn't. So those cages actually go in the post bases that are outside of the footprint of the house. So in total, I have 6 of those bases. So I have 2 in the front porch, 1 off the master, and 3 in the rear back there. So I have cages for 4 of them. So let's finish up the last 2. I know it's getting dark soon tonight. Holy cow, it's almost 5. What's that? Oh, you want to watch me tie some more rebar? Okay, you're in luck. So I'm going to finish tying these cages for these last few forms here. And then I think this episode's going to be over. You're probably thinking, you're ready to pour concrete. Oh, not even close. I have lots to do. Come back next week. You'll see exactly how much we have to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep tying rebar. I mean, you had nothing else to do, right? What'd you do tonight? Well, I watched Patrick tie rebar for 4 hours. It's a good thing it's not 4 hours. All right, well, I'm just going to keep tying. Okay, well, I'm going to keep going. If you want to stick around and watch the sunset, that'd be fantastic. I gotta go get more rebar. I might as well keep on working. This house isn't going to build itself. Oh, thanks for watching Life on the Moose.